How many of you have ever wanted sexy abs or get fit? Raise your hands. I thought more. How many of you sign up for a gym and stop going? Yeah, I see you. That's right. See, I realized that it really takes the right attitude, the right mentality, and the right discipline to get fit, get lean. And it's the same thing with the people that I mentor at Lean Startup Machine, both in Toronto and recently in San Francisco for the Lean Startup Ultimate. People come out of it expecting to be like a lion, roar, but they end up like a pussycat. And the problem is they don't have the right attitude to run lean sustainably. And this is what I call minimum viable attitudes. Attitudes you need to run lean sustainably over time. The first one out of 3 is humbleness. Humbleness is so important in running lean. It is probably the most important attitude, I would say. But the problem is when you put a bunch of entrepreneurs, a bunch of programmers, a bunch of designers, a bunch of tech people in one room, it looks something like this. A superhero pissing contest. Am I right? Am I right? And to those people, I tell them, repeat after me, 4 words. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. That's the 4 words that I want you to repeat to yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. The problem is that when you're running lean in a team, in Lean Startup Machine and the companies that I've helped, there is no room for ego. There is no room for all the negative things that happens when you're full of yourself. And when you empty yourself, you empty your mind, you can let all the unimaginable knowledge and assumptions that you have fill you back in. That's humbleness. The second attitude I would say is hunger. And I'm not talking about the hunger that I'm hearing right now from the people here who hasn't eaten dinner yet. I know who you are. I'm one of them. I'm talking about a viciousness, a desire, almost like a rabid dog ready to pounce on a prey. I'm talking about this desire to really go after your assumptions and really talk to customers. And I can't think of a better person than my friend, Ashin. Ashin, I told him, go talk to customers. Okay, he's like, yes, I will go to the mall and talk to them. And he does. And he gets kicked out. He gets kicked out. And he comes back and I tell him, that's great. You are not a lean startup disciple until you get kicked out of somewhere. And my challenge to you all today is get kicked out of this hotel. Get kicked out of this conference. Get kicked out of this city. Because champions are not built in the building like what Muhammad Ali said. It's built with something deep inside, a desire that's unimaginable. Humbleness, hunger, and the final thing is happiness. Happiness is so important. People overlook it. This past year, we've had entrepreneurs after entrepreneurs talk about their depression. People forget about happiness as something you should look at, but you look at Lean Startup and think about all the happy things about Lean Startup, but realize there's a dark side to Lean Startup. It's the impact on the psyche of failures after failures after failures, and pivot is the worst word because it impacts your psyche. And what I tell entrepreneurs who come to me is, you need to have a great support system. And I went through this depression during this summer after running through experiments that just wouldn't work. And my family has been so supportive. I am from an Asian family, and I'm supposed to be a doctor or an engineer. When I told them, I'm going to be a startup founder, they were like, what the hell is that? My family and my brother have supported me so much this past year. It's unimaginable. You need that support system too. So in conclusion, can I just ask everybody to just flex your muscles? Flex it for me. Oh yeah, sexy. The same way you have to flex your lean startup muscles. Be humble, be hungry, and above all, be happy. My name is Ramli John from Canada. We love you.